All right, man. I was riding, in the car. Girl was listening to the new Doja Cat album. All right. And I grew up in an era where lyrics, even more so hip hop, in their R&B. Because if you remember, there were some controversial lyrical moments back in the day. Remember, Guy, Piece of My Love, you know, and I think it was a whole debate about Aaron Hall. Did he say, you can have a piece of my love, you dumb B, or something that he said? It's always been, because it wasn't where you could pull up the lyrics and all that stuff. So, playing my girl playing the new Doja Cat, man. I'm a listener, right? Grew up on Jay, Nas, Big, Pac, Big L, Fabulous. I mean, you go on and on. Jada Kiss, Ghostface Killer, a lot of those rappers, and I heard her say, something about a guy who liked dick, and then she said that, and then she says, I don't care if he like dick, I still like him, or something like. I'm pull it up right here, and I just want to do this video. Check out the Music Entertainment Plays Real 101. I want to let y'all know that y'all ain't crazy, bro. Men, how women sit here and blame guys for everything. Let me tell you this, man. Oh, they blame the down low guys, right? It's the down low guys. I think what you're starting to see on the internet era is simply the point of women are full of shit. Let me say that first and foremost. They understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They understand what's going on. They understand that they're the problem. And they sit here and they talk about, well, I know these women that y'all talk to. They your friends, they your peers, they your coworkers, they your aunties, they're your mothers, they're your sisters. They all know women. The stereotypical women that you see on the internet, they all know them, right? They all know them, whether it's the damsel in distress girl, whether it's the beggar, the girl that sell cat, the girl that date ain't shit niggas, the girls that date, that divest, or they are divestors, or they're the colorists, or, they take no accountability. At the end of the day, they all know these types of women. They all hang around these types of women. They all know them in passing. Trust and believe me. The whole thing about it is when they blame men for things and try to categorize and blame men for something, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It is total malarkey. They know that they homegirls mess with girls. They know they homegirls mess with ain't shit guys on purpose, but they turn around and still blame men. It's a shaming ritual. That's all it is. It's a shaming tactic to make men feel bad, so men don't know the truth, so you won't leave. I say it all the time. If black men knew how much black women easily transition to white guys and really all have really slept with white guys on the low for nothing, most black guys would tell Umar to kick rocks. But Doja Cat blast biphobia. I've never heard that word. Loves men who like dick and White Lotus. I think that may be the name of the song. So Doja Cat just dropped the music video for Stranger. Okay, I don't know what White Lotus Leaf is, or that's the name of the song. And Adi to bisexual men who like dick, inviting her over to the White Lotus. Okay, I guess the White Lotus is another LGBTQ plus thing. Probably don't fit in with social norms. Directed by Dave Meyers, Doja Cat's latest music video. The singer/rapper wearing a very risque wedding dress, jumping off a plane and being literal ride or die for anonymous man who's driving a motorcycle. The Stranger lyrics indicate pretty clearly that Doja Cat's into bisexual men. In the second verse, for the instance, Cat raps about a man who don't look like a dick, but if he like it, I still like him as a freak. I can admit it, and he likes it. So don't look like he like dick, but if he like it, okay, that's what I heard at first. It don't look like he like dick, but if he liked it, I still like him as a freak. I can admit it. While with each crowd we proud we don't fit, and ain't nobody here to get our sketch. She added while explaining that she doesn't even need a vodka soda. Call me over to watch some White Lotus, and after maybe we can rearrange the sofa. Dog, this is what I be telling y'all. It is very dangerous out here, man. They blaming men for STIs, STDs, things you can't get rid of, things that can send you to the upper room, things you can't get rid of. They're blaming men for that, but it is them. I mean, we've seen so many different articles that point to the fact that a lot of young men are not even engaging in sex. Matter of fact, a lot of young men are not even engaging in approaching women online or in person. So, you know, so at the end of the day, what could it be? What could it be? That's literally the God honest question. If the guys ain't having sex, I believe they are saying like it's to the point of like half of the black men from 18, I think, to under 40 or 35 that haven't even fathered a child. So how can you call black men deadbeats? Because so if it's almost around 50% haven't fathered a child, mostly they would consider that a prime, age, right? And they haven't fathered a child, and then you got to assume that at least you would say at least, and I know this is more than true, 20% of those guys are actively involved, and I'm just going on the low end. So that's 70% of men damn near that's not in the, that's, so that leave only a 30% gap for ain't shit dudes or dudes who don't. And we already know in that 30, and we just doing a total hypothetical. I know that I'm on the low end, but on the 30% into that, we know some of those guys may be gay, straight up gay. We know most of those guys may be fathers who want to be active but then pushed away. So at the end of the day, a lot of these things that they push on men, ignore them, man. They are shaming tactics. They are the ones out there humping on guys they just met without protection, didn't vet them, didn't ask for a my chart. They knowingly sleeping with bisexual men. This is not nothing new. This is something I've been speaking on for years. Why do you think they're having infatuation with Pookies and Ray Rays and jailbirds? They've been gay. Judge Joe Brown did a video about them being gay in the 80s and the 90s. Or if you want to use bisexual, so be it. Whatever make you feel more comfortable or fit the description the right way. I keep telling y'all that. This is why it's a lot of STIs and STDs going up. Guys ain't even partying no more. They ain't even going to the club. Women are the ones that's selling the cat. If you give me a little bit extra, you can raw dog it. And men are dumb. Some men are dumb enough to oblige. But this is why they having a infatuation with those type of guys. They're even, women that they got on social media expose some of these type of guys that they actually are doing, they're simulating, I'm gonna say it like this, simulating male on male activity with the guy, and they're exposing them on social media. And I get it, guys are Corey say, well, no matter what you do with a woman, I don't consider it on the spectrum. I disagree. That's just my opinion on it. So at the end of the day, I keep telling y'all, man, I know a lot of guys when I preach this and I say this, they don't believe me. But a girl told me a long time ago, a lot of the girls that hang with these girls, they on the DL. They sleeping with their best friends. That's why their best friends don't like you. They have some type of sexual interaction. So you see them dancing on the club and, slapping each other on the booty, grabbing their titties, even rubbing each other's vagina in the club. That's not an act, bro. That's not an act. Most of these women, they've been that way. So when they really talk about DL guys and all this stuff, cheating and all that, that's just a reflection of what they doing. That's as simple as that. All guys cheat? No. All her and her homegirls cheat. Oh, these guys really be on the down low? Her and her homegirls be on the down low. And they like guys who be on the down low. So I'm happy that these people in the industry are starting to expose it. What's the dude that be with Saucy Santelli or whatever? Now his girlfriend took him back and got pregnant after he was with a whole relationship with a dude. What are we talking about, bro? If she get close enough to kick it with her homegirls and they end up being drunk and having sex, you think when guys ain't around, even if they on the back door side of the game, that they ain't sleeping with them? This is why it's very important to protect yourself. And unfortunately, a lot of those statistics tend to let you know that it's the vast majority of black women that's indulging in those activities. I think it's one. I think out of two out of every four black women, according to statistics, have the herpes. Yeah, out of every two, almost 48% of black women have herpes. I think from the ages, it might be from 18 to 40 or something like that. That's the statistic. You know, a lot of people don't even know that that's a precursor. That could be a precursor to having, that shit that can send you to the upper room, the 3-letter word, 2 3-letter words. So at the end of the day, like I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, this is why diseases is running rampant. They sleeping with their homegirls. They sleeping with pookies who go to jail and they sleep with men. They are attracted to some of the most nasty, lustful things, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the condom can't protect you from everything, believe it or not. It breaks, or you got things that you touch and you get So at the end of the day, when guys start to list the reasons why they don't like dealing with black women, I think that's enough right there. I think for every 4 black women you meet, 2 of them got it. Now, I've had that discussion with women online years ago about that. And, guys just don't go get tested. And guys, no, baby girl. Because at the end of the day, when you dealing with something that's that painful, you have to go in. You have to go in. It's just the fact that women have a lot more sex than men. And that's just the God honest truth. Women have a lot more sex than men. Y'all don't count half the encounters. Y'all don't count, sleeping with the bartender, sleeping with the random guy at the strip club. I done seen women dome up guys at the gas station that they just met. They don't feel like it's the need to be able to count that shit. You know what I mean? So I just always want to continue to show y'all when we have proof. I just want to always continue to show you guys. Like, damn, I told y'all what's going on. I told y'all. So you want to have another reason, another reason why, you got to be careful, Dylan. They sleeping with dudes that like dudes, and now they're smeared in your face, and it been like that. And they blaming the regular men and black men in general, but to be specific, but the regular men get the brunt of the blame for the woman's complaint. But really, the blame is to the 10 to 20% of the guys that they deal with. That's a fact. That is the demographic of men that they get the blame. Like the guys that stay at home, go work, they ain't worried about women. They travel overseas, or they treat women the right way, but they still end up on the wrong side of the thing. Or the men that get married, they know they get dogged out by all their wives, and the guys in that gray area. Watch my Free Game 89 channel. Links in the description. This is out of the link tree. The guys in the gray area, whether it's the 9-to-5 guys, the working class guys, whether you make 6 figures, 7 figures, they see it all the same. How many times we seen people on their channels, women say doctors, and being a doctor, being a dentist ain't good enough for me. I want a scammer or a drug dealer. And you know what I'm saying? And they even consider, and I did a video on Free Game 89, short one on Saturday, October 10th. I did one talking about how they see athletes as corny as well too, but that's another topic for another day. And I continue to tell y'all, bro, like real shit, real spill. We got to stop caring, man. At the end of the day, man, I'm all for black love and all that type of stuff, but that's a scary ass number. Every 4 or 2 you run into, damn near 2. And then it's just, if you drive a Mercedes Benz, you're feminine and all this other stuff, man. Wanting to be baby mothers, have multiple kids by multiple baby daddies, and it's just to the point like, damn. At the end of the day, you live one life, bro. And to be dealing with this too, You know, especially the brats got it going on in their community too with Becky. You know, and who want to deal with that? No cooperation. No, they submissive to criminals. They submissive to they download pookies and shit like that. And now they got the balls to put it in your face. And now on the screen, you seeing shared men under the age of 30 who have already zero female partners since they turned 18. This is from the Washington Post. Almost 30%. From 18 to 30, almost 30% of men in the United States are virgins. And why would they lie about having zero sexual female? Most people lie about. If you watch American Pie, the first one, you add on to the number of partners a woman have, and you subtract from the number of the woman, the number of partners that a man said he's had. You know, 89, it was 7%. Through the 90s, it was getting there by what, 14, 15%. Throughout the 90s, you know, I would say this is maybe late 90s, because they don't really say that. You go right, and it takes time to do these studies. So this 2018 is rising, right? 2000. So this is about what, 2000s right here. Yes, right around, you know, those areas it's still around 10, 15%, 8% in 2008. Great years there. Now it's 27%. And it is bozo, man. Brothers, man. It is crazy. So I want to show y'all when they all doing this, complaining about DL brothers and this man gave me this, that, they are well aware. And let me say this, man, for y'all who never will watch the Free Game 89 channel or join the Patreon, all that's in the description, link tree. For y'all who never will watch that shit, you know, whatever, man. I'm telling you, it's a true gem, both of them, right? For those who won't watch it, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, a lot of what these women complain about is really what they be on. They complain men ain't shit, they ain't shit. Every man they meet is a narcissist, they ain't shit. Every man they meet a hoe, they a hoe. I'm telling y'all, man, these women are so fucking nasty. These women are so nasty. They coming out the gate in high school nasty, so you really don't have dating. Like, and you see women traveling from state to state, and that's just trying to arrest their wholeness, and they scamming niggas and all that, trying to talk about I'm not a whole. Nah, it's a rap. These women are very, 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 very nasty, dog. It was a woman that was online talking about how she ran off to cheat on her guy and tried to boyfriend and snuck into the house, and he gave her out. And he sucked the other man's semen. And it's like, you know, at the end of the day, that should be, you know, upper room activity. That should be legal upper room. They're nasty, dog. This is why they didn't give women rights. This is why they didn't want them to be liberated and have all these rights, because they didn't know how to control. They didn't have the discipline to control themselves. So now they basically putting the vagina before the marriage, by far. Vagina before commitment, vagina before relationships. And also, and I say this all the time, man, when you want to know if a woman don't really fuck with you, dog, even before you get to a date with her, listen to, you know, she's going to try to be very thorough. She's going to be thorough. Even older chicks that I met, they like you, they're not thorough like that. You think an older woman to be thorough and want to know everything about you, bro. Most women, the only real question they gonna hey, as long as you ain't married, that's the real one. Or, oh, you sure you single and all that? But that's it. But when a woman start wanting to know where you work at, oh, you got, you know, and then she start, you know, like just really being thorough and ask you a whole bunch of questions, and really she really withholding sex from you, or telling she's celibate, or she withholding sex from you. Dog, she don't like you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm gonna say this is gonna be she don't like you. If she asking all these questions, like a ton of questions about, she don't like you, bro. You know, I'm telling you, women, when they find the guy that they're really attracted to, they don't even want to know. They don't want to know half the truth. They don't want to know nothing, because for them, most men are ugly, and it's hard to find a guy that they actually like. You know, especially if it happens and you know, he comes up to her or she got enough courage to come. It don't happen a lot like that. So they want to know as little as possible. You've been shot the club up 10 times already, and she don't even know you live in a box. They don't want to know. When they like a man, they don't want to be thorough. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So that's all I had to say, man. Hopefully I enjoyed the video a little longer than I anticipated. But hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick. Check out the Free Game 89 channel. That's in the description inside the link tree, the Patreon. Just hit the first link in the description. The link tree will take you everywhere. I appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon button to get notifications. Peace.